Hi, my name is Miss Boylan and I'll be your student's Java 1 teacher. I wanted to take a quick moment to introduce myself, show you that I'm a real person, and talk about some important aspects of the classroom. So with that said, I'm going to turn off the video. Nope, don't need to see this mug anymore. And I do want to inform you right away that I'll probably be talking fast. Please forgive me. We have a short amount of time on this video, and I want to make sure I get everything into the video that is, super important for you to take away. I think the most important thing to understand about Java 1 is that this course is an online course, okay? The course is offered by the Dodea Virtual High School. I am a certified Dodea teacher, and I'm located in Quantico, Virginia. Students are provided a class period within their schedule to access and complete the coursework, and students log into Schoology, which is our learning management system, to access their course curriculum. Students can access Schoology anywhere they have internet, not just at school. I know there are some inherent concerns about online courses. Please know first and foremost that I am committed to my student success. In fact, I have a very high pass rate, 95% or higher. And generally 2/3 of my Java 1 students move on to Java 2 with me. And with that, I thought it was important that maybe I could give you a couple of testimonials from past students. So here's a couple of students. So I've got one that says, I've really enjoyed this course. I've learned so much, and I think I'm going to look more into seeing if programming is the thing for me. Another student said, I really enjoyed taking this course this semester and had a fantastic experience. The pacing of the class was adequate, not too fast, not too slow, and the programming practice assignments helped significantly in increasing my understanding of the content. And then lastly, I found your class to be one of the most enjoyable classes of my week and a class I really looked forward to every day. Okay, so I think I sold that, right? Okay, so you're probably asking yourself, what is Java and what will my student learn in the course? Well, Java is a complex, powerful, object-oriented programming language. In Java 1, students learn the basic concepts of the language and they learn how to create Java programs applying those concepts. Students use a Dodea-approved software application called BlueJ to create, compile, and run their Java programs. Most schools are aware of the software requirements for our course, and they work quickly to ensure students have access to the application on their school computer. As a side note, BlueJ can be downloaded and installed for free on a home computer so that students can work on or create Java programs from home. Please note, this is not a requirement of the course. But what I find is that students enjoy programming and they seek to extend their skills outside of the classroom. Another important thing to understand is that Java is not a self-paced course. There is a myth that is often floated through school hallways that Java 1 or any DVHS course for that matter is a self-paced course. It is not. Each quarter I provide students with an assignment schedule that specifies the graded assignment for each week of the quarter. I will say I do not specify the day of the week an assignment or assessment needs to be completed. Instead, I allow students to allocate their class time throughout a given week as they see fit to complete the coursework. So I guess then in a very loose sense, or at least at like a micro weekly level, the course can appear self-paced, but it is by no means self-paced. Let's talk about absences. While the online classroom has many advantages, especially when presenting technology-based curriculum, as is the case in Java 1, one major disadvantage is that I don't get to see my students daily. In conjunction with this, I also don't have easy access to a student's attendance records since that information is checked and logged at the local school level. So as such, I require communication from the student or you, the parent, informing me of absences. I know some absences are unplanned and unexpected, and I'll learn about them after they occur. However, I do ask, if at all possible, that students inform me in advance of those absences that are known, such as school or family trips. Communication regarding planned and unplanned absences allows me and the students to make arrangements for any missed coursework. So a common question that is asked by students and parents alike is, how is progress tracked in the course? So I previously mentioned the assignment schedule. So this document is not only a tool to keep students on pace in the course, but it's also the tool I use when updating a student's progress. The assignment schedule is broken down weekly, and I grade submissions daily as they come in. Missing coursework, however, is marked as missing in Schoology and GradeSpeed the Tuesday following the week an assignment or an assessment was due. So kiddos have a little buffer to get work in without having an assignment or an assessment marked as missing and thus negatively affecting their grade. Once we get a couple of weeks in the quarter under our belt, I'll begin to send out weekly progress reports. I generally don't send progress reports in the first week or two of the quarter, as there seems to be a bit of influx. So another question is, what type of coursework will my student complete? So along with the assignments and or the assessments due within a given week, the assignment schedule also specifies the readings to be read and the video recordings to be viewed in order to successfully complete the week's coursework. Students' grades are a combination of assignments and assessments. Most of the assignments and assessments are at the section level. Section is online speak for chapter. We typically have a module assessment to the module exam, and module is online speak for unit. Okay. Most sections include a programming practice activity that is part step-by-step, and part application, which requires more critical thinking on the part of the student. Also, most sections have a quiz that mainly consists of objective type questions like multiple choice, true, false, and matching. The module exams include these same objective types questions as well as one or two programming prompts in which a student is required to create a unique program that addresses the requirements of a programming prompt provided. Since I don't see students daily, you might be wondering, how do students and I communicate? This is a good question. As you know, I'm located in Quantico, Virginia, and the majority of my students are not in the same time zone, though some are. And this, of course, can pose some communication challenges. Challenges, but not insurmountable challenges. The main method of communication in the course is through Google Hangouts, which is a real-time messaging tool provided in Dodea's Google Apps for Education suite. Hangouts is a Dodea-approved software, and using Hangouts, students and I have the ability to chat via text, or we can video chat if the situation requires. Hangouts can be used through a web browser or a smartphone application. During my office hours, I access Hangouts on my computer, but outside of my office hours, I access it on my smartphone. I have notifications set, so I'm alerted immediately when I receive a Hangout message from your student. In addition to Hangouts, frequent communication in our class occurs via email or as a Schoology message. Schoology messages are similar to email, but messages are directly delivered in the Schoology LMS. I have two email addresses, my official Dodea email address and my student.dodea.edu email address. Students are advised to send email communication to both emails. While I only have access to my official email when I'm logged into my work computer, I have access to my student.dodea.edu email at any time through my smartphone. As for Schoology messages, I have the Schoology app on my smartphone as well, and have access to those messages at any time. So I mentioned office hours. So what are office hours? So after the first 2 weeks of school, I will create my office hours and post them to Classroom. Office hours are hours of the day when I am immediately available to students, meaning if a student messages me, they should receive an immediate response. Please note that these hours are not the only hours of the day a student can contact me. I tell students to contact me at any time with questions or concerns, not only during my office hours. As you heard me say previously, I have 24-hour access to almost all forms of communication through my smartphone. I'll do my very best to answer student queries as quickly as possible. To be honest, the only time students don't get a quick response from me is when I'm sleeping. And yes, I will respond to messages in the evening and on the weekends, so please remind your student to reach out to me if they have any questions, problems, concerns, etc. So we've covered communication between your student and myself, but what about our communication? As you know, I'll send weekly progress reports, and these reports may be generated and sent directly from GradeSpeed, or they may be generated in GradeSpeed but sent from my email address with extra information. In addition, I'll send email messages throughout the semester with pertinent information about your student or the course. If you need to contact me, you can contact me using either of my email addresses or by telephone, and that information will be included in the email I used to send this video link. Please remember that my official email address is the dodea.edu address, and it is the mailbox I'll use if our communication includes your student's personally identifiable information. So with all of that out of the way, we're off to a wonderful semester. Please reach out to me with any questions or concerns you have about your student, his or her progress, the course in general, or anything. I look forward to building a strong partnership with you to foster your students' success. Take care and talk to you soon.